Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. It is 6:03, 69 degrees. Going to be a little cooler today in the 70s. And that storms came through again last night. Thought some tornadoes were coming. Thought it was going to be twisters all over again.
I know. I thought it was going to be tornadoes again, too. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Leave us alone.
I know. It's
Like
pretty.
a big bully.
Yeah. I mean, July, we've already had 27 since in last 2 weeks, 27 tornadoes. I thought, okay, here we go again. And just some normal hard lightning and thunder. It was kind of terrifying, and Harper was in the middle of a bath. I go, get her out of the bathtub or put some shoes on.
In the tub?
Yeah,
Like
because
some
you're.
water shoes?
I don't even know. Well, allegedly, rubber shoes. We talked about this on the air before. Stop.
Yes.
Will save your life if you hit by lightning or through the water or anything.
And some people are like, no. But it does help with, like, stopping, like, I don't know, it conducting into the ground and then continuing to course through your body. It
Yeah.
can, like, help. Let's just say it's an assistant to not die.
Well, there's things that I think everybody wants something guaranteed today. Like, it's all or nothing. Oh, I'm not going to do it then. Like, I'm not going to eat vegetables because we're eating plastic every week. So I might as well just eat steak and hot dogs because we're all going to die because we're full of plastic, right?
Right. That's your motto.
Yeah, but probably eating vegetables would help you a little bit. It might not help all the way. It might not get rid of the plastic in our bodies from drinking and eating stuff. But vegetables would be a good thing to add on your menu.
I also think that people have decided since COVID. This is a post-COVID. Pre-COVID world and post-COVID world are different.
This is going to be good. Isn't
No, this is post-COVID.
We got to COVID in about 2 minutes here.
I heard all about the labs. I got you, Kenzie. I know where you're going with this.
People have officially decided that every single thing you say is actually a debate in which they should participate. And it's like, no, I just heard the shoe thing. It's like, no, I know because it's like, whoa, okay, down.
I mean, I remember the
Down,
shoe.
boy.
I remember the shoe thing since I was a kid, and like,
Yeah.
I guess my point to that was that maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't, but it couldn't hurt to have some tennis shoes on when
I
the
don't think
lightning
it's going to
comes.
make the lightning stronger.
Yeah.
You know, so let's just throw some shoes on there.
At least if I'm dead, they'll say he tried everything.
He tried everything.
He had his Adidas on.
I know.
He tried to stop the lightning. It didn't work, but he tried.
He tried.
You know, what are you going to do?
He was really about that three-stripe life.
Oh, we just bought Harper these little cute Adidas shoes.
Hell yeah.
And I was all about Adidas until Derrick Rose, because that's what allegedly caused his career to end.
That's right.
Wearing those faulty Adidas shoes instead of everybody else wearing the Nikes.
Do you worry that Harper's going to tear her Achilles like Derrick Rose?
Kinda.
Yeah.
She's jumping around all over the place now. She's going to lose her ability to, be
I
an
feel
MVP.
like that would make it your favorite shoe because it gives you like another excuse is like, well, I would have went pro, but I was wearing these stupid Adidas.
That's right. I was Adidas all my life.
Oh,
Were you?
well, that's where you went wrong.
Well, as a team in high school, we got the Air Jordans when they came out. We got a deal on them, and I hated them, and I bought them because I had to. Everybody on the team had them.
Yeah.
We got them for like $60, I think, a special team deal, which was a good price on those because people were like killing people for them. Remember
That's
that?
right. That's right.
So I had those, but then I hated them. So then I took black and red Sharpies to my Adidas and made them look like the Air Jordans. 'Cause I didn't think anybody would notice.
I'm sure your parents loved that. You coloring all over your shoes.
I'll try to find a picture of that and post it because I thought no one would notice that I wasn't wearing the Air Jordans, that they were Adidas with Sharpies on them, colored like Air Jordans.
Good Lord.
No one will notice. I'll just get out there because I like my Adidas better, you know? They noticed.
They noticed.
And,
I'd imagine.
Coach was like, go home and get your Nikes. It's a team deal. I'm like, well, I hate them. I just did that. The first couple versions of those Air Jordans were terrible. They were like moon boots. They were just like, you remember moon?
And you're already so clunky. It's,
Yeah.
it's the last thing you need.
I am not light on my feet. I don't need heavier shoes.
No one's ever accused you of being light on your feet either. It's a universal understanding.
Sure.
You're pretty hard on your feet.
Yeah.
Your body has to carry a lot. Your feet are just like the last line of defense.
The room shakes when you walk.
My feet are like Jesus when I walk.
Yeah, it's like Jurassic Park by water shaking.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. And this involves money, okay? And I'm going to give you an amount of money. $4,210.
$4,210. Okay.
Now, what do you think that number represents in your life? $4,210. You can take a guess, and I'll tell you at 6:30 exactly. You're going to be so blown. This really will blow you away with that amount of money. $4,210.
Is it how much you spend on water in your lifetime?
It's a
'Cause
great,
it should be free.
Great answer. Great answer. I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong. Case, do you have a guess?
Is it how much money you spend at the Costco food court in a lifetime?
Well, I think I'm past that. Even though it's
It's $1 every time you go.
and I've been going for 20 years.
And your life is young, too. That's a lot more spending to go around.
That's right. So I'm not going to tell you either if you're right or wrong. You can guess on the text line, but $4,210. What do you think that number represents in your life? We'll tell you in 6 minutes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
All right, it's time for a fact that makes your brain go. All right, threw out there the number $4,210 and what that means in all of our lives. All of us, doesn't matter, race, creed, class, color, whatever. So $4,210. A lot of interesting guesses on the text line. First off, Kenzie, you guessed what it was the amount.
We spend on water in our lifetime because water should be free.
Water should be free.
And if you go to Vegas, it's $17
Yeah. It's
for an
most there.
Aquafina, which sucks.
Yeah. You ever see like how Ice Mountain's always sitting there on the shelves? No one buys Ice Mountain.
But it would still be $14 in Vegas, and
Yeah.
you'd need it.
It would be. I think, wasn't there some kind of study that Ice Mountain literally is like hose water, like tap water?
It certainly tastes like it.
Not even,
Doesn't Aquafina have like chlorine in it or something bad?
chlorine is actually okay for you, and like tap water has chlorine, but I don't know. Maybe they got like chloroform.
I don't know. I'm so sleepy right now. I can't even follow what you're saying.
And then, Case, you said what?
I said it's the amount of money you spend at the Costco food court in your lifetime.
$4,210. Got some interesting guesses on the text line. The amount you spend on Kleenex in your life.
Oh, I could see that. Especially because, Brian, you don't know this because your kid's not old enough. You're going to have to start buying Kleenex for every kid in every classroom here pretty soon.
Oh.
What do
It's
you mean,
the worst.
What do you mean, boxes of Kleenex?
Yeah.
Okay, no, because what happens is, and listen, I get it, teachers, so don't get upset. I would like to preface I understand. We're just complaining about things costing a lot of money in life because of inflation. So don't worry. Keep with your lists.
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah.
When your kids start school, there's multiple things on the list that are for the classroom. So you have to buy multiple boxes of Kleenex and like things like that to supply the classroom because your kid's going to blow their nose. So everyone's got to bring in a box.
Well, what is my tax money doing?
Yeah, I know, right?
Not
Great question, Brian.
Yeah, it is unbelievable. And this is me standing up for the teachers. It is unbelievable the amount of stuff that they are required to supply for their own classroom if they want to have it.
Oh, that's
And
terrible.
It's horrible. And then so on top of that, they're like, what? Like, instead of having these kids wipe it all over their clothes all the time, and like, it's not fair for the teachers to buy 47 boxes of Kleenex.
No,
so
it isn't.
They try to break some of those things up. Like, well, if each family buys one of these, because their kid will be using it too, that helps them out.
Well, that's it. She's homeschooled.
See?
Stay at
Wait to see how
home.
much food she eats when she's home. It's a nightmare.
Also, another nomination here. Dodger Boy said $4,210 is how much the White Sox spend on players instead of giving out big boy contracts.
Well, that sucks. It's just unnecessary.
None of those are right, by the way.
Oh, well,
And this is a feel-good one, by the way. Okay, you ready to feel good?
yeah.
$4,210. If you have that in your bank account, $4,210, or any form of that amount of money, let's say you
Like
own
more than is fine?
more than is fine.
Okay.
So that's the bottom point. $4,210. You are already richer than 50% of the world if you have that.
I don't know if that is a happy feeling. That's pretty sad.
Why is it? Well, I mean, some people live differently than America. They don't have to have like 3 cars, in the driveway. They just live differently, and money is different in a lot of different countries. So $4,210. You're richer than 50% of the world if you have that.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's also not good.
I don't know.
It makes me feel sad.
Really? I thought it was going to be a feel-good one.
It's not.
You read that wrong. I mean, I guess you looked at it as like, haha, king of the castle, king of the castle.
That's
That's how you felt.
That's exactly how I looked at
I
it.
looked at it as, oh my God, this poor world.
Well,
It's
Jesus.
so sad.
I didn't plan
Not
on
for
this.
you, Brian.
This is not going well. Case, do you have $4,210?
I don't count my money, but I've had a good year.
You just moved into a new
I'm
apartment.
doing okay. A few expenses here and there, but I'm doing okay.
He just moved into 810 square feet with his girlfriend and her mom. They're all living together right now.
Was she living there?
The mom leaves today.
I was like, this is news to
you
me.
didn't miss something. You're okay.
Wow.
So if you have that amount of money, you're richer than 50% of the world. And I'm taking this as a positive
Well, of
to make
course
you all
you are.
feel, but everybody else should have too.
You're like, I'm on top, baby. You're shoving people, made a beat down on people.
Brian's going to go out and buy a diamond necklace today just to brag about it.
He's going to get a grill.
I just wanted to make everybody feel good today because we all are so broke. Everything's so expensive. And if you just have $4,000, 210
You're
on
like,
there.
you're doing better than all these poor people.
That's what I want. God.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. I gave out a fact that made your brain go. And I really, sitting in my own house, I thought this was going to be a positive fact for everybody to feel good this morning, that if you have $4,210, you're already richer than 50% of the world. And I thought everybody's going to feel good when I read that.
Why?
Instead-
What is wrong with you?
Because you should feel, all we do is get beaten down about we don't have any money for anything and how bad it is out there. And I thought, man, if you have just $4,000 in the bank, and I know that's even hard for a lot of people, but if you have that, you feel good. And now everybody is saying, thanks, Brian, for the buzzkill. Brian gets so much joy from other people's misery. 224 checked it in and said, that's not true. That's not
Well,
true.
we had somebody texted, I'm not going to say their name, but they said, I have 42 in my checking account. Thanks a lot, Brian.
Just $10 short.
What is wrong with you?
And now
They
we're
didn't mean
laughing at
40
him for being $10 short.
Brian, they're not $10 short. They have 42, not 4,200, you rich ass.
Oh, I thought you meant 4,200.
No.
That's worse.
That's worse. What is wrong with you?
Brian's like an out-of-touch politician this morning.
I know. He's like, hey, at least we're not in the slums. Am I right? Like, what is wrong with these poor people?
But why are we always going to the negative? That was supposed to be a great positive to make yourself feel good today in your car alone. You don't have to think about the world population being poorer than you right now.
Yeah,
Think
why
about
would you have to think about those people?
right for just a minute, just like at 6:42. Think about
Brian's like,
yourself.
stop being so negative and thinking about the people who need help.
God, Jim just like I have $300. Thanks for ruining my day, Brian. I'm sorry. I thought it was a positive for that you could reach to $4,210. If you get that, you're richer than half the world.
Okay.
Boy,
What have we learned?
boy, I missed the mark on that one.
I think we've learned that you should run the fact by me. I think you should stop surprising me with the fact because this is like the third time it's gone bad.
This is we're gonna have to release another apology statement.
Oh.
This is like when I said Pizza Hut was better than Pequod's.
This is going to be an actual apology statement, though. That was fun. This is like, we're really sorry about Brian.
I can tell you. I mean, I feel bad right now a little bit, but I'm not gonna apologize for that because I tried to make you feel good about having $4,000 in the bank. Okay, Kathleen, thank you. Brian, I appreciate your message. Thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate you.
Well, because she has enough money in the bank.
She's driving to work in a Rolls. Damn it, I can't say it. Never.
Can you go ahead? Go. What's she driving in? What's she driving in?
Say it.
In a Roy's.
In a Royce. Those are nice.
Go on.
In a Rolls Royce.
Good
Yes,
job. All
nice,
right.
very nice car. Good
Sorry,
job,
all right,
Case.
the show can resume now.
Got it.
My bad.
She's on her way.
Mitchell checked in and said it's Brian's fault. We're all poor.
That's right. That's my takeaway from today.
You should have been rich, everybody. With this.
Brian's like, why didn't everybody just get a super high-paying job? Why is there poverty? What's going on?
I don't know.
Everyone should just like go up, like be a CEO. I don't know what everyone's doing.
Yeah.
this is Brian saying, if you just work a little harder.
Well, damn right. Listen, I worked 3 jobs all the way through to get here.
Brian, please stop talking. Please stop talking.
Walked up the snow, up the hill.
Okay, but if you were
And you
bored,
drank from the hose.
I used to push my car up a hill in snow to go to work.
Okay,
Why didn't you get in the car? Why are you pushing the car?
Because that's how tough I was. That's how tough it was out there.
I guess if you were bored in like the slums of India, don't you think you'd have a different story to tell?
But we're not there.
Oh my goodness.
We're here. I'm just trying to make Chicago feel good for a minute, and everything just backfired.
Slumdog Millionaire over here.
God. I thought I was just saying $4,210 in the bank makes you richer than half the world. If I was out listening and I was just a listener, I'd feel good if I heard me or whoever was not me say that.
That's prevalent that you thought that's how it would go over.
No, 'cause I feel like
I'm aware that's what you thought would happen.
gas is like over $4 a gallon. My car, pay my rent. I got $4,000 in the bank. Oh, I'm doing good. I would go into work feeling good. I'd go into work feeling good.
Kick of the gas, little kick of the gas. Imagine Boris sitting in the chair.
Brian's flipping a nickel at somebody as he goes into the office.
Yeah.
Take this.
Walking and going, isn't the world great today?
That fact was not happy.
All right. Listen, I'll have a different fact tomorrow. It'll be more positive.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
I can't stop at this. I can't. Listen. It's a 6 o'clock hour. We're going to get to sports. We got Clash with Kenzie for tickets to Vampire Weekend.
Pit tickets.
Pit tickets. You get to pick. Because, you're rich. You get to pick which night you want to go and be in the pit. So,
Brian, stop it.
I'm not stopping. I ain't leaving. So I gave the fact out this morning, about 15 minutes ago, that if you have $4,210 in the bank, you're richer than half the world. And I found this last night and thought I'm going to come in and everybody's going to feel good when I say this. And it's not going that way. I'm not going to apologize. I ain't leaving. I'm not backpedaling any of this.
You need to backpedal.
No, I'm not. Because I'm right. You should feel good. You should feel good about a lot of first-time texters checking in, too, about this.
Yep, they are. That's great.
I love it.
They're like, Brian feels joy out of other people's misery. First-time texter.
Maybe because I'm just more honest than everybody else. And listen, I care about people and helping people, and I give to charity. I give money on the street. I give out food. I do these things. But if I'm alone in my car and I'm struggling right now like I am with daycare, and I hear that if I have $4,210 makes me richer than half the world, I'm going, hell yes, USA! USA!
No.
That's what I'm doing.
That's so bad. You're like, oh, half the world is suffering. That makes me feel pretty good about myself.
Can I just for a minute feel good about myself? Just for 1 minute, and I can worry about everybody else the rest of the day?
I feel like we've been doing this for 15 minutes and you still feel really good about yourself.
Jim checked in. Only $1 a day can change someone's life, Brian. Can you help me and send me $1? I'm not rich, by the way. I ain't.
Something a rich person would say.
Yeah, I ain't rich. Okay, with money, money, money playing in the background of Brian's speech. We got a text from Steve Jones that says, Buzzkill Brian's apology is going to sound like Mel Gibson's apology to the Jewish community.
I didn't apologize, by the way. I'm not apologizing. He needed to apologize.
No, Mel Gibson needed to apologize.
And Case didn't like Braveheart either.
I was not a fan.
Braveheart was great. I'm really sorry about what he said about the Jews.
Well, that's a good apology, Kenzie. That's really good. Okay, so Ren checked in. I have $41. I am poorer than everyone plus the $42 guy that Kenzie mentioned. Thanks, Brian. Happiness. I feel bad if everybody, listen, $4,000 is a nice goal to have that, and you can be richer than half the world, so you should think that way. I'm not taking a loss on this, 847. I'm right. I'm right on this.
No, this fact should not make you feel great.
773 checked in and said, Brian, first of all, how dare you? Second of all, how dare you? That's Serge from West Lawn. Thank you for checking in.
Not to put your business on the street, Brian.
Yeah.
But how devastating is it going to be for somebody today when they pull up to a gas pump with their last $40 in their checking account to get gas and they hear your voice yelling at them at the gas pump?
I just might be at the gas pump you go to. If you go.
If you had $400, you could buy a hot dog.
But they don't have it.
But I preach in those gas pump things about deals.
That's right.
So you get a good deal with
That's
whatever you
right.
have. All right, I ain't leaving. I ain't apologizing.
This is just, it's not good. A lot of first-time texters who are all like, what is wrong with you?
And I appreciate you guys for listening this morning.
my
For checking
God.
in.
I like Frank's text here. Frank checked in and said, Brian's richer because he returns a lot of used items.
Well, that's right. Listen, I'm the cheapest one in the room
That's
here,
right.
by the way.
That's why you have so much money.
Max wrote, Brian has a toilet made of gold.
That's facts. Yeah. All right, well, thanks for checking in, everybody. I appreciate you. Here's Gil Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle has resigned. As her norm, she'll wait to see what she'll do next. Today is National Tequila Day. Nevada drinks the most tequila, 2.3 bottles a year per person. Except when it's a Raiders home game. Then the bottles are consumed in the parking lot before the game even begins. It's National Cousins Day, where in parts of the South it's like having a second Valentine's Day. Mattel released a blind Barbie. Dream car not included. And Snoop Dogg will be one of the Olympic torchbearers. He'll then puff pass it on to someone else. This is not headline news.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.